Hey everyone, JJB here, back again with another VGC team breakdown video. So as you can see, this is a bit of a different setup. There's a picture of me on the screen now, which I can imagine is pretty shocking. But yeah, it's a really janky setup. It's using a webcam on top of my laptop, just sat on my bed. So don't expect this to be consistent or the most visually appealing chunk of the screen right now, but sure, we're going to go with it and see how it goes. So the team we're going to be using for the next few battles on the channel is going to be a rain team. As you can see on the screen now, the first member of our team is Pelipper, the staple of all rain teams really, as he has the drizzle ability to get that rain set up as soon as he hits the field. So Pelipper's rocking out with the focus sash. That's essentially just to make sure that Pelipper gets at least one turn to set up a tailwind if necessary. As you can see, that's one of his 4 moves. The other moves are Hurricane, Scald and Protect, although actually thinking about it, I think I'm going to change the Scald to a Brine. As you can see on the screen there, Brine does double the target's, does double damage if the target's HP is below 50%, which is huge and a really good move to have on Pelipper over Scald, especially since, as we'll see later, there is another member of the team who does carry the Scald. So the other moves, as we just said, Hurricane and Protect. Hurricane's there, it's 100% accurate in the rain, does big damage and has a chance to confuse the opponent, so that's always good. And Protect's there because it's VGC and everything has to have Protect. The EV spread's pretty standard really. It's a modest nature with 252 in special attack, it says defense there. This is a terrible setup by me, but we'll go with it anyway. 4 in HP and 252 in speed. So yeah, Pelipper's job is to set up the rain, set up the tailwind, and essentially act as a bit of a utility mon for the rest of the team. So yeah, hopefully it goes well. It's a pretty standard set, so I don't see there being too many issues. The next member of the team is going to be Golduck. Golduck is one of our Z move users, holding the Warterium Z. It's got Swift Swim ability to make sure it's extra speedy in the rain. It's rocking out with Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, Encore and Protect. Basically, Hydro Pump's there to do big damage with the Warterium Z. Ice Beam is there to hit things like Garchomp, Salamence, Drifblim, those kind of ones for super effective damage. And we've got Encore as a supporting utility move. Essentially, if the opponent goes for a Protect or a setup move, we can Encore it into that and essentially render that one useless. And the 4th move slot again is Protect because of VGC. Part of me does want to change Encore out for Scald, just to make sure that after I've used the Z move I've got a 100% accurate move, but I think at the moment I want to use Encore, for the reasons I said a moment ago. But don't be surprised if when we're using the team on Battle Spot I have switched to Scald, because as I say I'm still trying to decide at the moment. I'm doing some testing to see what we're going to go with. The EV spread is a bit mixed for Golduck. We've got 212 in special attack with a modest nature. That's to help it hit pretty hard. We've got 124 speed EVs. That's basically enough to bring up Golduck's speed under Swift Swim to make sure it outspeeds everything it needs to outspeed, without sort of wasting too many EVs. And what that means is we can shove all the rest of our EVs into bulk. So we have 100 EVs in HP, 44 in defense, and 28 in special defense. So Golduck's a hard hitter, it's fast, as long as it's under the rain. And obviously its Hydro Pumps and Warterium Z move is going to be doing huge damage as long as the rain is there. So if I'm not bringing Pelipper to the team, the chances are I'm not going to bring Golduck. But they work quite well in tandem to each other. The next member of the team is going to be Tapu Koko. It's the same Tapu Koko we used in our last team with the Snorlax Trick Room team, with one slight change, and that's that I've got rid of Volt Switch for Taunt. The main reason for that is I never used Volt Switch to begin with. I much prefer to go for a electric type move, or Dazzling Gleam. And yeah, I figured Taunt would be kind of useful. I've not really got anything on this team that likes Trick Room, so if it looks as though my opponent's got a Trick Room team, then Taunt will be really useful to stop that from going up. Obviously with Golduck with Swift Swim and Pelipper with Tailwind, this is a pretty speedy team, so yeah, Trick Room's not good. Taunt can help stop that. As well as potentially stop some other mons on the opposite team from protecting or setting up. So, you know, it's generally pretty good. And I've changed Thunderbolt to Thunder, for obvious reasons really. As long as we're in the rain, then Thunder's 100% accurate and does some big damage. So yeah, same EVs as last time. We've got 252 in special attack and 252 in speed, with a timid nature because it's the shiny event, Koko. The next one on the team is going to be Metagross. Metagross is holding the weakness policy, which essentially boosts its attack power if it gets hit with a super effective move, which is great. Especially with the presence of Arcanine around. You know, that's super effective flare blitzes are obviously muted a little bit inside the rain. So it gives Metagross a chance to live that hit, boost its attack power, and then, you know, wreck some lives. Its moveset is Meteor Mash, Zen Headbutt, Bullet Punch, and Protect. Pretty standard Metagross moves, really. The annoying thing about Metagross is Meteor Mash and Zen Headbutt aren't 100% accurate. So, you know, there's some chance for some hacks to happen there, and for Metagross to, you know, miss fairly regularly. But it is what it is. Bullet Punch is there for priority. In terms of EVs, we've got 252 in HP, 204 in attack, and 52 in defense, with an adamant nature. That EV spread basically helps to make Metagross really bulky to make sure it can most likely live a super effective hit to get the weakness policy boost, as well as do some big damage with all that attack investment. So yeah, that's Metagross. He's pretty standard for what he is, really. But yeah, the next member of the team is our, you know, our standout member of the team for this, you know, for this section of VGC battles. This is going to be a Jolteon. Now, I was tossing up between whether I wanted to go with Alolan Raichu or with Jolteon. Basically, Alolan Raichu's obviously got the speed factor going for it, as well as the psychic type, you know, additional typing to the electric. But to be honest, I thought if I'm rocking out with Tailwind on Pelipper, do I really need something that's got extra speed in electric terrain? And I thought probably not. The other benefit to Jolteon is that it has the Volt Absorb ability, which means that it covers the weakness that Pelipper and Golduck carry quite well. A lot of the time if you're running a rain team, the opponent sees that you've got, you know, Pelipper and Golduck and goes, great, I'll bring my Tapu Koko, this will do really well. But if I've got the Jolteon, then Volt Absorb is obviously something the opponent has to consider. You've got some mind games you can play there with them not wanting to go for electric type moves. And if they do go for an electric type move, it does offer you a free switch in, and also a way to recover health on the Jolteon if you need to. So I thought I'd go with that. I know Raichu does have some utility options with things like Fake Out, Nuzzle, that sort of thing, but I thought screw it, I want to go for a really hyper offensive team, so let's chuck Jolteon on. With Jolteon's base stats as well are higher in, I believe, every instance other than attack, which is kind of irrelevant for this set when compared to Alolan Raichu. So I figured it's, you know, faster outside of electric terrain, hits harder in or outside of electric terrain, and it's got that tiny little bit more bulk, as well as less weaknesses because it doesn't have that additional psychic typing. So yeah, I kind of figured that Jolteon would be better for us on the team. So we've gone with that. As you can see on the screen, it's got 252 special attack and 252 speed. So yeah, it's pretty. It's a bit of a glass cannon. It hits really hard, but also moves really fast and can't take hits at all. So we'll see how Jolteon goes. I'm really excited to use him. See how it gets on the battle spot. In terms of an item, I wanted to give it Life Orb, but we already had that on the Koko. So I've just gone with Expert Belt. Because why not? With its moves of Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball and Hidden Power Ice, it's got quite good coverage to hit super effectively. So I thought, give it an Expert Belt, and you know, if it needs to hit things hard with those moves and they're super effective, it will do even more damage to help pick up those kills. So yeah, let's give him a go, see how it goes. And then in terms of the last member of the team, I wasn't sure what I wanted to go with. The the biggest problem for this team so far is Gastrodon, which would mean that a grass type would be really useful. And I wanted to go with a Kartana, but unfortunately I don't have one of those, and I haven't been able to get hold of one prior to recording this video and most likely my battles. So just to get around that, I've gone with the Garchomp from the previous team. I see there I haven't filled in any of its EVs, but it's holding the Groundinium Z with the Rough Skin ability with Sword Stance, Earthquake, Poison Jab and Protect. And it has 252 attack, 252 speed, Adamant Nature, and I think it's 4 in HP. So yeah, the Garchomp role is essentially the same as it was last time. It's to set up if it needs to, hit some big earthquakes. It's got the Z Tectonic Rage to hit something hard if it needs to. Poison Jab for the Tapus, Protect because VGC. So yeah, obviously I know I've got the Waterium Z on Golduck, but I found when I've been testing this team a little bit that if I'm bringing Garchomp, I don't really bring Golduck, and vice versa. So it gives us some options for which Z move we want to bring, which one we think will work best. So yeah, I'm excited to use this team. Obviously it's hyper offensive, there's not really much defensive capability to it, but should be a lot of fun. I'm hoping we can get to use Jolteon quite a bit, because he's not something we see very much and I think he could do really well. So yeah, keep an eye out on the channel. There'll be some VGC battles with this team coming up. This team will be the team featured for the next couple of weeks. So yeah, if you have any suggestions or anything for other mons or different EV spreads, different movesets, anything like that, then let me know, because I'm definitely keen to swap some things around if things aren't working. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Remember to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. That would be super greatly appreciated, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the comment section.